what is it that you like talk about nowadays? Because immigration is one of the hardest things to do, and most people are unwilling to do it. So the people that actually take charge of their lives and decide to move is a unique kind of person like yourself and my parents who came here. But what kind of stuff do you like talk about it nowadays when it comes to that emotional journey for immigration?
Well, every morning, my show has three segments, and the first segment is motivational. The second segment is the news of the day, and the third segment is answering questions. And it's always general information. I don't provide any specific information for anybody. And so nowadays, every week I pick a topic. So let's say this week I will talk about being responsible and what's the meaning of being responsible and why we wake up early and why we show up early at job and why are we doing. Next week I'll talk about um, anxiety and how do we deal with anxiety and how do we look for help and how do we practice meditation and how breathing is important. And so every day this little bites of motivation uh, of love, because
Yeah.
that's what I do. It's I share love.
It was interesting, for most of like TV history, you would have had to have a TV station network and like to be like Oprah or one of these shows to talk about this. You individually probably could compete with one of the shows on TV at 12 noon or 11 p.m. that talk about this kind of stuff, a Martha Stewart show or Oprah show. You're individually created your own. It's amazing what you've done. That's like you're competing with people that get paid $10 million, $20 million to be on TV. You're doing that individually using social media. It's remarkable.
It's I do it for the blessings, and I have my gurus in social as immigration lawyers in social media, right? I look up to Erica Jurado Graham. I don't know if you've seen Erica, but she's amazing. She's huge in social media, and she does completely the opposite to what I do. She sells her firm, and
Mhm.
she's really big at it, and we are super best friends. And I love her dearly. I love her marketing style, the way she approaches it. Um, I don't think I am doing anything special. I think what I do is I just follow my heart and my instinct.
Yeah.
I and I think people who think that social media is hard, it's because they are not willing to open themselves up to just being themselves. The key in social media, the key factor is being authentic.
Hmm.
People have an eye for that. And so when you let your guard go down, it's when you finally can touch people. It's like you, right? We as lawyers, we well, I have a big ego. I have to I admit it. I know it, right? I grew up knowing that I was smart. My parents convinced me of that, and they put me to three universities. So I think I'm very smart. Well, in social media, my smart doesn't work. When I try to show how smart I am, I scare people off.
Hmm.
The moment I show the immigrant Katia, the vulnerable Katia, the Katia that makes mistakes and tries to fix them up, at that moment I am being genuine, and people are like, okay, I understand you're not perfect, but you'll be there for me. And
Yeah.
so that's when the same happened with me and you, right? Like I follow you, I follow what you do, because I find you authentic. You're not trying to show off. And you it's TV is different. In TV you buy the story and you try to get into the character. In social media it doesn't work.
No, that's amazing. And one thing I think that helped you lead to that is you, and it's just taken from my story, and I see a lot of the people who give up at first is you kind of have to go through tens, if not hundreds, of hours of doing it. So you lose that fake. I'm a smart lawyer. I dress up too much to because I was dressing up really trying to be sharp for my videos, and then it just was too much work. So I just got casual about it, and I started talking more casually, and I saw the big change where I'm not scaring off people or just being this robot kind of thing. But it took a lot of hours of just doing it the wrong way until I kind of relaxed and still I'm still learning how to do it and easing my way into it. But that's fascinating because I see a lot of people who start these YouTube pages They do it. It only gets 50 views, 100 views, which is still a lot. 100 people watching one video. It's that's a lot for people to watch, but they want to get 10,000 views. And it's like, you don't need that, first of all. But if you do, you got to go through a lot of different changes and bring yourself out to be able to get to where you want to go. Bring the truth.
And I think the moment you realize that this is not for everybody, not everybody is
Yeah.
histrionic. Not everybody is good in front of a camera. And if you are not that type of person, don't force it. There are other ways to win in social media without doing videos and without being live crazy every day like Kathia. This is not for everybody, and it's okay. There are many other ways to make money and to get clients without doing what you and I are doing. And people don't know it. Lawyers think that if that's the way it works for her, then it must be the only way. No, it's not the only way. Social media allows you to do marketing in many, many, many ways, and I've learned that from many of my colleagues. Right? They don't like videos, they don't like exposing their life, and it's all good. But they do very good ads. They 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 put them in the right spots, because at targeting your ads is extremely important. And then they end up getting a client consults out of it, and those consults turn into clients, and the money's made.
Yeah.
So I think there is room for everything and for everybody. It's just a matter of learning how to do it and learning what you're good at and what you're not good at. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I really don't like business immigration. I don't have a heart for it. So I refer everything out, and I admire people who do it. I'm to other areas and that I enjoy. And at this time in my life, I only do what I enjoy.